Welcome to House Lux Estate, your #1 channel for all things real estate, financial wellness, and living a life of abundance. Here, we are all about empowering you with knowledge and insights to make informed decisions about your financial future. Today, we have a particularly intriguing topic lined up for you. We'll be exploring a subject that's rarely talked about, but is crucial to understand: the 5 types of people who will never be rich. Now, wealth may be a subjective term, but in this context, we're referring to financial independence and security. Recognizing these traits in ourselves or others helps us avoid similar pitfalls and fosters a path towards financial success. We're not here to judge, but to educate and inspire change. So without further ado, let's start this enlightening journey. Stay tuned as we delve into the 5 types of people who will never be rich. First on our list are the procrastinators. The procrastinators, the masters of "I'll do it tomorrow." They are the champions of delay, constantly pushing off tasks until the last possible moment. Procrastinators are often found saying phrases like, "I'll start saving next month," or "I'll invest when I have more money." But as we all know, tomorrow often becomes a never-ending cycle of tomorrows. Procrastinators have a unique trait. They lack urgency in their financial matters. They don't see the need to act fast or immediately. They operate on the assumption that there will always be another opportunity, another chance to make that investment, another chance to save. But here's the truth. In the world of finance, opportunities are like shooting stars. They appear and disappear in the blink of an eye. If you're not ready to seize them, someone else will. One of the critical characteristics of procrastinators is their inability to set concrete financial goals. You see, when you don't have a clear destination in mind, any road will seem appealing. Without set goals, it's easy for procrastinators to drift aimlessly, spending on non-essentials and missing out on valuable investment opportunities. This lack of focus on the future is a significant roadblock to accumulating wealth. Wealth building requires a clear and concise plan, a roadmap, if you will. It's about knowing where you want to go and taking deliberate steps to get there. It's about making tough decisions today for a better tomorrow. When it comes to financial matters, the habit of procrastination can be a high-priced indulgence. The cost of delay in investing or saving can be substantial. The magic of compounding, the process of generating earnings on an asset's reinvested earnings, works best over time. The more time you allow your money to grow, the more wealth you can accumulate. In essence, the procrastinator's approach to financial management, which is characterized by constant delay and lack of urgency, is a significant hindrance to wealth accumulation. Remember, time waits for no one, and neither does wealth. The clock of financial opportunity is always ticking. So let's stop delaying and start acting. Let's stop dreaming about wealth and start building it. Next up, we have the big spenders. Diving right in, the big spenders are those who believe in the mantra, "You only live once." They are the ones who often indulge in impulse buying, living a champagne lifestyle on a beer budget. They're the ones who are always first in line when the latest smartphone hits the market, or the ones who can't resist the allure of designer labels, even if their bank account advises otherwise. Now, there's nothing wrong with treating yourself occasionally, but big spenders make this a habit, often prioritizing short-term gratification over long-term financial stability. They spend money as quickly as they earn it, if not faster. They live in the moment, which might seem thrilling, but this attitude can lead to significant financial problems down the line. You see, the big spenders are often trapped in a vicious cycle of overspending and debt. They tend to live beyond their means, and when the bills start piling up, they resort to credit cards and loans to maintain their lifestyle, plunging them further into debt. The problem with living this way is that it's unsustainable. You can't build wealth if you're constantly spending more than you earn. And when unexpected expenses arise, like medical emergencies or job loss, big spenders often find themselves in a precarious financial position with no savings to fall back on. Building wealth requires a different mindset. It's about understanding the value of money and making it work for you. It's about saving and investing, about planning for the future, about living within your means. It's about prioritizing needs over wants and understanding that financial security provides a much more stable foundation for happiness than any material possession ever could. So if you find yourself identifying with the traits of big spenders, it might be time to reevaluate your financial habits. Start by creating a budget, cutting back on unnecessary expenses, and focusing on saving and investing. Remember, it's never too late to change your financial future. Remember, being rich is not about how much you earn, but how much you keep. Third on our list are the risk-averse. Now, these are individuals who, despite having the means to do so, shy away from any form of investment, be it in real estate, stocks, or even starting their own business. They prefer to keep their money in their pockets or in their bank accounts, earning a meager interest that barely keeps up with inflation. Risk-averse individuals are characterized by an intense fear of losing money. This fear often paralyzes them, preventing them from seizing lucrative opportunities that could exponentially grow their wealth. They are the ones who say, "I'd rather not lose my hard-earned money," and choose to stick with what they know and where they feel safe. But here's the thing, money kept under the mattress or in a low-interest savings account isn't growing. It's just sitting there, losing value year after year due to inflation. While it's true that every form of investment carries some level of risk, the key is in understanding and managing these risks, not avoiding them entirely. Risk-averse individuals also have a general reluctance to step out of their comfort zones. They are terrified of the unknown, and this fear keeps them trapped in their financial status quo. They'd rather stick to their 9-to-5 job with its predictable paycheck than venture into the unpredictable world of entrepreneurship or investment. Unfortunately, this fear of risk and aversion to stepping out of the comfort zone significantly limits their financial growth. While it's true that wealth can be accumulated slowly over time through savings, the real secret to financial success and substantial wealth lies in smart, calculated risks. The world's most successful investors and entrepreneurs didn't get to where they are by playing it safe. They took risks, stepped out of their comfort zones, and reaped the rewards. So, if you find yourself identifying with the traits of the risk-averse, it's time to reassess your approach to money. Remember, without risk, there's rarely substantial reward. You don't have to bet the farm, but consider stepping out of your comfort zone. Dip your toes into the world of investment, and who knows, you might just find that the water is warmer than you thought. Remember, no risk, no reward. Fourth are the complainers. Let's delve into the mindset of those who are always on the lookout for flaws, constantly voicing their dissatisfaction and incessantly blaming others for their financial predicaments. These are the complainers. They have a peculiar trait of always pointing fingers at others for their financial woes, rather than accepting responsibility for their situation. You see, the complainers are often caught up in a web of negativity, where they focus more on the problems at hand, rather than seeking solutions. They are consistently dwelling on what's wrong instead of pondering on how to make it right. This negativity often clouds their ability to see opportunities, even when they are right in front of them. Moreover, complainers tend to blame external factors for their financial situation. They blame the economy, their bosses, their lack of opportunities, or even their families. But the truth is, they seldom look inward. They rarely accept that maybe, just maybe, they could be the architects of their own financial downfall. This lack of personal responsibility is a significant hindrance to financial success. It's like driving a car with the handbrakes on. You can press the accelerator as hard as you want, but you're not going anywhere fast. The same is true in the realm of wealth creation. Without taking responsibility for your actions, your financial progress will be stunted. To break free from this cycle of complaint and blame, complainers need to shift their focus from problems to solutions, from blame to responsibility. They need to understand that their financial destiny is in their hands, not in the hands of their boss, the economy, or anyone else. In the wise words of American author and motivational speaker Zig Ziglar, your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. So, if you're a complainer, it's time to change your attitude. Start taking responsibility for your financial situation and focus on finding solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Remember, your attitude determines your altitude. Last but not least, we have the know-it-alls. These folks strut around, chests puffed out, convinced they've got all the answers. They're the ones who'll tell you they don't need advice, that they're experts in all things, including wealth creation. But here's the kicker: they're often not. This arrogance, this unwillingness to learn, can lead them down a path of poor financial decisions. Why? Because the world of finance is always changing, always evolving. What worked yesterday might not work today. The know-it-alls, however, are too busy basking in their own brilliance to notice. They disregard advice from experts, convinced they're the real maestros in this orchestra of wealth. But in doing so, they're closing themselves off to new ideas, new strategies, and ultimately, new opportunities to grow their wealth. Remember, knowledge is power, but only when properly applied. A closed mind is a poor mind, indeed. So, keep learning, keep growing, and don't be a know-it-all. We've covered a lot of ground today. We've dissected the traits and habits that could potentially hinder one's path to financial success. The procrastinators, who delay their plans and lose the opportunities that come their way. The big spenders, who splurge without thinking about tomorrow and consequently have nothing left to invest. The risk-averse, who are so afraid of losing that they never try, missing out on the potential rewards. The complainers, who spend their time blaming others or circumstances instead of taking responsibility and action. And finally, the know-it-alls, who believe they have all the answers and therefore miss out on learning and growing. If you see yourself in any of these categories, remember, it's never too late to change. You can begin by acknowledging and working on these traits to set yourself on the path to financial freedom. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to House Lux Estate, where we help you navigate your journey to financial freedom.